Welcome to Meet the Artist. Meet the Artist is a program brought to you by Hedberg Public Library and JATV Media Services. I'm your host, Teresa Nguyen. Meet the Artist features various local artists whose work will be on display in monthly exhibits at Hedberg Public Library. Today's episode is rather special because we are featuring not only an extraordinary artist, but also the creator of this program, former JATV Media Services Director, Duane Brewer. Duane will be the featured artist for the month of December. Thank you for inviting us to your home, Duane. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Well, absolutely. So before we dive into the artist, Duane Brewer, let's talk about how you first created Meet the Artist and the impetus for the program.
Okay. I hired on as a production manager at JATV when we first started. We first had our scheduled broadcast in July of 1997. Okay. One of the purposes of choosing the library as our home was the opportunity to tape some of the programs that the library held. In looking around, I realized that they had the artist exhibits up there, and I thought, well, that's a prime opportunity to create a program to interview the artist whose work will be on exhibit. And some of the first programs we did, we traveled to the artist homes, because I wanted to meet the artists. I wanted to see their workspace, their living space, the garden, pets, everybody.
Sure, that's really cool.
And it started out that way, but it became a little too cumbersome because everybody had to clean their house for the cameras. So that we decided, all right, well, let's do it in the studio. So we'll encourage all the artists to be taped.
Right.
And so the program has been taped for 27 years now.
I know, it's incredible the longevity of it all. And here we are, you've come full circle.
Full circle.
And now you're on the other side of the camera. How about that? And this is extra special because behind us here we have much of Duane's work that's absolutely amazing. But let's talk about that. So what time in your life did you kind of turn to art?
Well, I've always enjoyed art. In high school, I had the opportunity to take a couple art classes instead of calculus.
Cool.
So I jumped at that. It's always been a part of me, and I decided as much as I liked art, I felt I didn't have the patience to sit and draw and, make all the outlines. So I got into photography, which in the late 70s, involved, using all the chemicals.
Sure,
so
the dark
science was involved. So great, I got science and I got art to work with. I love that. So although I didn't have the patience to sit and draw, I would spend 10 or 12 hours in the dark room creating my images and putting my photography stuff together. And that's kind of
that's cool.
The way it all came about.
Mm-hmm. And then from your photography, you sort of evolved toward the fine art of painting. And how did you begin to develop those talents and those skills? Because obviously you have the talents, but it's a matter of, what brought you into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because although I went to school for photo film design, I really didn't get to use it until I started working at UPS, and I developed some training video.
Sure.
Their first training videotapes for UPS. And then that video led me to the opportunity to work at JATV and develop all of that. So although I wasn't doing photographs or painting, I was using video as my artistic expression and creativity.
And there are so many, and it looks like you have many avenues of creativity in your life. Think about way back, someone in your life who encouraged you when they saw your creative skills. Was there someone who kind of boosted your confidence?
Yeah, I was very fortunate when I first started taking photography. I had 3 instructors. One helped me understand the history of photography. The other one was more of a chemist and a scientist and helped me develop the different formulas to put it together. And another one was an artist who taught photography to help pay the bills. So they were all inspiring in all different ways to help bring out the creativity and the effort needed to complete a project.
Nice. And was there an early piece that you created that kind of hit you like, wow, this is kind of nice?
Yeah, it was this one right here.
This one right here.
Right here.
Perfect.
In November, while doing some research on a book that I wanted to write called A Field Guide to an Angel's Conspiracy, I had the opportunity to speak with an author. I kind of cornered her and said, you got 10 minutes of your time? I'm writing a book and I would like have a little help on what it takes to get to the finish. So we spoke for about 10 minutes, and a couple weeks later I got a message from the author, said, you know, hey, you should meet somebody that has been a friend of mine for a long time, you know, just be friends. Well, through that meeting, we've developed this fantastic relationship, and her name is Julia, and these are her tree paintings that I was able to put into the background of this.
Love that.
And these were photographs that I did 50 years ago.
Okay.
Never saw them as completed. And this particular one, I saw half a heart in here.
Okay.
And through Photoshop, I was able to create a whole heart out of it.
That's pretty amazing. I love that.
I was able to incorporate this art, which is just poured paint that I created about 55 years ago, and employed that in there. And it was the most dynamic, bold piece of work that I had ever attempted. And I had been dealing with a canvas discount, which will print your digital images onto a canvas for you. And I had created a few other pictures in the house, and I thought, well, I'm gonna just send that in, blow it up. And it came back, and it was just astonishing how
It's absolutely beautiful.
How intense it was, and got a good response.
What's really cool is the meaning behind it. How you took your love and you combined some of her, some of you, some of your life from way back, and you just merged it all together into one masterpiece.
And that's been the journey since then. So I'm going to call our exhibit, Our Story is a Love Story.
Aww.
So it'll be a little pictorial demonstration with all of these different prints.
And then will you tell,
and then
will you
with
have
each one,
tell a little
I'll
story?
have a little poem.
Oh.
And or a story about events that were happening.
Very special.
Be able to put it all together. So
oh, very nice.
Through that process, I found that in telling our story and how we got up to it, it is a lot of inspiration for a lot of people. And so that's the big thing that I hope the exhibit provides for people. They can come in, half hour, 45 minutes, whatever it takes them to view all of that. And so for that time period, they can experience the joy, leave everything else behind, and be inspired by all of this.
And I think the timing of it is really perfect too, because it'll be during the dark days of winter, and you know that gets a lot of people into sort of dark moods. Sure. And you know the holidays sometimes can bring people into joyful places, but not always. And so this will be another way for people to be inspired and to appreciate something.
That was the hope.
Very
that really
special.
is the hope, to be able to do that.
Now, Duane, you told me you took some art in high school. Beyond that, for these kinds of things, did you do some sort of training, or you know, I know some people that do art through YouTube tutorials, whatever? Or was it just a matter of practicing and working on it?
I think it's just a matter of processing and working on it. And, you know, having the courage to explore new directions and being aware of other people's response to it.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Now, is there an artist in your life, either person you know, a local artist, or someone famous that you've kind of looked up to who inspires you as an artist?
I don't know if there's any one in particular. I'd have to just really say all of the artists have inspired me. In doing the Meet the Artist program, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of creative and talented people, and I really appreciated them coming forth and sharing their stuff with everyone.
I know
So
exactly
there's
what
no
you
one
mean.
in particular, but I do appreciate everybody's efforts.
Yeah. Now, have you explored other mediums, pencil sketching or any other types of art? Or
I did
sculpture?
try painting with some acrylics, and I had a few pieces that I still keep around from that experience. But
This is your
again, it
favorite.
was discovering photography, which really,
Right. So photography art is your favorite
Yes.
medium, you'd say.
Yes.
Very cool. And today you're going to share with us some of these pieces. I'd like to hear more. You know, this one has a very multimedia kind of feel to it.
yes.
Tell us about that. And you kind of have a thing about foxes.
Yeah. As a youth, my cousins lived on a big, they had 80 acres of pine trees, and they would take care of them, you know, my uncle. And while mowing in between the trees, they found 2 baby fox. And so they tried to keep them for a while, and I was just fascinated with these animals. And they have appeared in my life during some important, 2 different houses that we bought. The fox was the first animal I saw on those properties.
Wow.
We lived on Fox Road in west of Janesville. And I had a video production company called Fox Hill Productions. So foxes kept coming to me.
Yeah.
So I'm always collecting pictures of foxes. So I had to include fox in one of them. And then Julia told me she liked watermelons. So I had to incorporate some watermelons in here. And the day she told me she liked the watermelons, on my Facebook feed came a video of a fox eating watermelon. So I had to.
That is just crazy.
So I had to include that little picture in the middle. My grandson said, "Oh, you got an Easter egg in there, huh, Papa?"
Oh, I love it.
The butterflies and flowers are all from the yard out here in the garden. And then this was a pattern of the necktie that I wore on our first date. So that's the story of that one, all it goes together.
Well, that's one of the things that is fascinating about your work is that each piece tells a story, right?
A lot of stories.
A lot of stories.
And after talking to some folks who first see it and then start getting into it, they realize that they can't take their eyes because there's so much in it. Someone likened it to looking for Waldo in some of them, you know, because of all the different things that I try to incorporate it. It's a bit of whimsy, but composition and color are important while incorporating you have the
black and white as well.
The other photographs of, you know, the black and white abstract photographs, different processes. And so I'm always collecting pieces to be included in future ones.
And splashes of vibrant colors, like these roses too. Just kind of throughout you'll have some purple or some bright orange or yellow.
Yeah, put some kind of excitement into it, so
I like it.
you're drawn to it.
Really, really fun. So if you were to give advice to a viewer out there who really admired your work, wanted to try it, what do I do? How do I get started? Do you have some advice?
Well, first of all is you believe in yourself. And you go forward to that. And the other part is you need to discover the joy. You find the joy and you like the joy. And once you like the joy, then you appreciate the joy. You develop that appreciation. And once you get that appreciation for joy, then it's up to you to share the joy.
That's great.
And that's what this is all about.
I think that's wise advice
Thank
for
you.
our viewers and for aspiring artists.
Thank you.
Very nice. And have you had some previous exhibits before this one?
No, this is the first one.
Wow,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, so I made this particular piece, completed it in December, this one shortly after, and then I put this one together so that I would have 3 entries for the library by February. Sent them in, was juried, hey, you get to be. So all of a sudden, now I'm an exhibitor.
This is pretty neat.
So it's pretty neat, very exciting.
And you've been busy because this can't just happen in a day or so.
No, it takes,
how long?
Well, I get a couple ideas for a theme, so I'll start collecting images. I subscribe to a copyright-free image service, so I collect some there. Some I get off Facebook or I take, and the theme will start happening. And I'll start putting them together, and then I'll choose a background, which one I want to use, put it in Photoshop, create a pattern, create my spaces that I want to use. We're going to fill with other objects, and then bring in the color, and let it set overnight or a couple nights, and I need a little something here, and then put it together. So it's an ongoing process.
Right. And for this particular exhibit, you basically created the works that will be there,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
it wasn't like you went through some
Right.
old stuff.
Right.
and-
We have 8 on the wall here. I hope to I will have 12 pieces showing in the month of December, at least.
Very nice. Very nice. Are you excited for this?
Oh, I'm extremely excited.
We are too.
Extremely excited.
We're very excited. And how cool that you get to bring your art kind of back home.
Yeah.
Where you started as
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, really looking forward.
Yeah, so are we. Well, thank you, Duane, for inviting us into your home, this beautiful space, and allowing the viewers to get a sneak peek of the person behind this gorgeous art.
Thank you.
And the man, Duane Brewer.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yes. Well, we invite the public to visit the library this month in December to check out Duane Brewer's art exhibit. And if you'd like to learn more about Duane's work, we will have that information on your screen. Thank you all for joining me today. Check out this program on JATV Media Services, Spectrum Cable Channel 994. You can also find it on JATV's YouTube channel. Remember, don't wait for another day. Go out and make some wild, whimsical, wonderful art. I'm your host, Teresa Nguyen. See you next time on Meet the Artist.